Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today I wanted to just build something and like nothing specific, nothing like that, just to build something. And to add some sort of challenge, I wanted to maybe add for myself some shapes, some fun shapes, some that would be a little bit more difficult than usual ones. So why don't we try something diagonal this time? And more than diagonal, I think I'm gonna go for some rounded shapes in this house too. That's gonna be the shape of the house. Like that's what we are gonna have out here. And I'm getting a little bit nervous because I usually not build with rounds because I kind of feel a little bit nervous, anxious about that because it's not so easy in The Sims, at least for me, because I'm not using these kind of shapes all the time. And I think that for us, we might have a front door like somewhere on the side. We might have some sort of like a back area in the house too. And I also think that we might have like a front porch and we are gonna have a medium wall height as we already do. So like something like that as a front porch we are gonna have. And as for the back, I think that we are just gonna have like a platform up here. I'm gonna fence it in later, of course, and kind of from the top it's gonna look like a leaf. So that's maybe a little bit silly, but I think that that should be fine. And that should be a nice shape to work around because that's like not so simple as you see. So I'm gonna try and figure out the exterior now, and I think that after that I'm gonna go for a floor plan. And yeah, exterior is gonna be simple. And unfortunately on these wider round shapes we cannot add half walls like you see in valid rounded room. So I can add that only on these parts which are straight, and I do not like that. So I think we are gonna figure something out for that later, but now the floor plan. That should be fun to do. I'm not gonna open it up right away because I think that that might get a little bit glitchy. So for the floor plan, first we need the front doors. And for the front door purpose, I was thinking about using these greenhouse key doors. And I think I'm gonna use the same for the back door because we deserve to have a nice and big open back area in the house. So I think this is gonna be our bathroom. I know it's a silly shape, but that's actually we cannot do all that much else out here. And as for our bedroom area, I think I can close it off like somewhat like that. So like that's like a valid bedroom now. And this whole big awkwardly shaped room, I think, is gonna be our kitchen. So for the kitchen, I think we might try and extend it a little bit so that we have like a little bit more closed off entryway to the bedroom now. And then we'll have like a full 4 tiles long kitchen, and then we will be able to have like our living room somewhere out here, and here I can hang a TV now, and we can even sneak a dining room in here, so that should be a functional floor plan now. And now I think we can figure out the exterior, and I'm gonna do that before I furnish anything because as we are working with the platforms, it can get a little bit glitchy and annoying. So I'm gonna probably use that like simplest way to make rounded windows kind of seamless, but of course, I think should I leave gaps or should I make it like alt place just like that? I think I'll need to see. But like that looks kind of cute, and we are gonna have like our backyard on this side so that our windows from our bedroom will go to the backyard, and that's gonna look cute, I hope. I always hope, because I always not know how that's gonna look. And I wanted to try and use in here some freezers, but I'm a little bit scared that they can be a little bit glitchy with the round walls especially. And you see up here where we have our bathroom, which touches normally this area, we cannot use freezers, unfortunately. Apparently just wall trims. I think I'm gonna use just simple white one so that looks cute. And as for the top part and all of the steps, I think I'm gonna use some stones. And I was thinking about like mixing and matching some different kinds of textures on the house because this house is like kind of modern. At least it's gonna be. At least I'm gonna try to make it look modern looking. So we'll need a lot of interesting stuff to make it look like that. I don't think that I'm gonna kind of try and tie in our whole backyard area with our front yard. I'm just gonna have like a divided backyard accessible exclusively from the inside of the house, because otherwise your Sims can get a little bit annoying and they can start trying to get to your backyard from the front. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna do something for that not to happen. And I think I think that for the backyard I might even use something like perfect patio, so that we can literally close the top like beautifully, so that nobody can access that, nobody's gonna want to come over here, so that's gonna look cute. And yeah, I'm not that kind of person who likes to have a lot of guests. So I think just something like that for the yard. Like we are gonna have a view to some greenery I'm gonna put out here from our bedroom, and from up here we are gonna have our tiny staircase to access the backyard. And up here to kind of try and divide our yard area and our patio area, I think I might stick some columns. And I would like to stick a column up here, but because we have diagonals, it kind of tries to rotate itself for something like a middle ground between diagonal and like straight lines, so I might want to remove the column from out there. And up here I think something like this, just like on the shorter side, half wall with some glass top is gonna look cute. I might even use something like this Get Famous one, because I think that looks cute. And we can actually do the same out here, so that it doesn't look like so much out of order. And I think some columns up here in the back. I'm not gonna put any like out here directly in the front, because I think it's gonna like block off entryway and that's not gonna look cute, but I can just stick one. Up here I'm gonna stick some bushes so that it doesn't look like so disordered as it does right now. And now for the color scheme. So I was thinking about using here a lot of Slay-Co because just it looks simple, it looks kind of nice. And I think I'm gonna go for like simple colors, like this house is probably mostly gonna be black and white. It's already a little bit visible. So for the white part, I kind of have added everything. Now for the black part. So we have these base game Slay-Co, which I can stick on my entryway pieces like that. And the same, actually, I was thinking about sticking out here on the inside of this whole platform. And on the outside, I think we will go with this white thing, so that looks more cohesive. And up on this side, what I was thinking, we have those like silly decor pieces from Get Famous, like these white planks, and I would actually thinking about sticking like some of them up here in the front, so that it just can give us some interest on the view to the house. Like this way, I just think we will have a little bit more color and not just plain black and white house, and that's gonna look a little bit more fun. And I think that mostly I'm just gonna repeat the same thing in the back of the house. And now for the rooftop. As for the rooftop, I usually prefer making it just like some polished concrete pieces like that, so that it looks a little bit more textured, and that's gravel, so that will do. And I do not want this house to look like too rich, so probably for the entryway towards like the house itself, I'm just gonna use like some tiles like this, so that some light colors again, or maybe we can use brown because that looks a little bit more practical. And now actually it looks kind of stylish, like brown and black match well, and the same kind of tiles for our back patio. So I think in this back patio we can afford to have a pool. And yes, this house is not gonna be cheap. I think that's kind of obvious already. And we can even have rounded pool, which is gonna be like stuck right into the very edge of our whole pool. Maybe actually even something like that. And that this way I think we will not have all that much greenery in our patio. Maybe just up on this side. And maybe this way we will have like some sort of like a formally lounge area. And in here I think I'm gonna maybe stick a bar so that we have that, so that we can like have some parties in our house. And now for the pool trim. What I don't like here that if I pick some wider pool trim, that then it goes like all the way outside on the other side of my fence. And it will probably go away only if I'll stick half wall instead of fences. So that's what we'll need to do. Custom fence it is, apparently. That's what we have. Like, I found almost perfect looking sort of column in debug right now. This one. And that's like a perfect fence edge piece. And that goes a little bit on the inside, so that's a good thing too. And for the fence itself, I was thinking about making it a little bit shorter, just like that, so that our fence doesn't go like too low underneath these pieces. So that's our main idea for the backyard. And now I don't know actually what I should go for next. And I'm thinking that probably first thing I'll need to do is figure out the whole interior for the house. So I don't think that I should go for anything that's gonna be like too complicated or something like that. So as for the layout, I think we first need to make sure that we actually can fit everything in here. So as for the bathroom, in the bathroom, I was thinking we are gonna have a toilet. We will probably need a sink and also a shower. And as for the shower, I was thinking about using the new Lovestruck pack shower, this one. So I'm gonna use it up here. And you can actually fit here like complete shower, so that's also good. As for the bedroom, and in the bedroom, I don't think that we'll need like anything too special. I think a bed in here fits quite well. We have like gap out here, so your Sims will be able to walk around here. I hope they should be able to. There is no problem for me seeing these. Why they wouldn't be able to walk around here? They should. If they don't, scoot the bed. But they should be able to. Now, as for the kitchen area, I don't think that we'll need anything like too complicated for a kitchen, just like the kitchen itself. I think it's gonna be a little bit better if I'm gonna close this part off like that. So that up here in the corner, in not so noticeable area, we can stick a trash can. So that should be good. As for the dining area, but first I think as for living area actually. So as for living area, I'm gonna need a couch on the wider side like that. We not need it to be like perfectly placed against the wall and stuff like that. And we can fit a TV like that. Or maybe even standalone TV like that. That's like multi-purpose thing, so that should be good. Up here I might stick some sort of like a room divider so that it divides the area a little bit better. So we have enough space in here for a living room. As for the dining room, I think I might even try like get a little bit bold and try and sneak up here. Not actually sneak because there is plenty of space, but up here against this window we can have a complete functional dining area with 4 chairs. So you even have some space to invite guests, so that's good. Up here we even have some empty space, so maybe you can even fit a cat in here if you find some space for a little box, but a dog for sure. And up here I think like a tiny little entryway should do. So we can fit everything inside. That should be a functional house. That's even out of question now. So I think let us go around and furnish it now. So first, I think about the house itself. We are gonna go for simple colors because we cannot use things with a trim because they're gonna sink into our platforms, which is unfortunate. So I was thinking about this deco, but in the pink, like we can make it fun for the bedroom. And I don't think that I should make this house like too fancy looking. I think that I just should make it look like livable, to say so. So I think I'm gonna use a lot of Dream Home Decorator furniture in here, and that is actually too because Dream Home Decorator has these nice side tables. And what is nice about them that they're extremely tiny, they are very small, and they fit perfectly in a tiny spaces like that. And up on this wall, I think it should be maybe a perfect spot for a bookshelf in this textured white color. I think up on one of the sides table, I'm just gonna have a lamp and I think some clutter books because like we are next to the bookshelf, we don't need real books up here. And I think that up on the other side up here, we might even stick some clock because I usually do not prefer placing clocks into my builds, but why don't we? That should be like a fun little touch. And I think for some clutter, we can go for the clutter kits because they are good for clutter. Like that's why they're clutter kits. So up here, just some glasses. And as for the wall decor, I was thinking about using some of those new paintings we've got with Lovestruck pack. I think something like that actually looks very beautiful, so I'm gonna stick it here. And up on this wall, I think we're gonna have like a cabinet of sorts, so we just have that. Maybe we will be able even to find some sort of like matching color, and if we don't, it can be white, and that's gonna be absolutely okay, I think. And up on this wall in the opposite side, I think we can quite easily get away with just a mirror. I think the one like that, kind of like tilted off the wall, should look good. That should still be functional for your seams. And now we have this tiny corner which is empty, and in here I was thinking about sticking seating area with this tiny little side table. I know that that's a weird place to sit because it's right next to the bathroom. But see, is this a problem? Like in the Sims, we not smell things. Sims might, we don't. So I don't care all that much. I might use this Nook Kit light in here in this pink swatch. And as for the chair itself, should I go for purple or should I make it like this black with some wood colors? This I can make pink. That should look good. I hope I'm just not gonna turn it in one of those times when I just put a little bit too many things all at one spot. So I'm trying to work with that, but it's difficult kinda, you know. And up here I kinda like that I did light up the table itself a little bit more than I did light up the sitting area. So that looks cool for me. I'm not sure how that looks for you, but I kind of like the way this looks now. And we might use some sort of like a dirty mug, some here, somewhere, like some cute flowers, a dirty mug, some books, so as if your sim was sitting here or reading here and enjoying their own time. And I usually prefer like not placing a lot of different lights in my bedrooms in the Sims, but I'm not sure if I'm done yet. Maybe I will place some more. And we can even have like some sort of painting like that up here in our bedroom. And up here, I don't think that I should stick anything because I just am afraid it's gonna be a little bit too much, and I don't want it to be too much. So I'm not gonna try and make it so. And now we need some rocks. And as for the rocks, I was thinking that we might go for this like neutral beige under our reading nook. And up here in the whole bedroom in general, I was thinking about using some sort of like a fuzzy rock. Something like that. And now we just need to color the floorings. I think something like that, a little bit like uncapped wood, is gonna look cute, and that gives some warm colors, but like neutral warm colors to the room, so that should look cute too. And I think that we desperately do need some sort of like in the entryway, so that at night when you see me trying to sleep, it's not so brightly lit up here, but in the same time we have like a cute and cozy reading that. Maybe I should stick something on the wall. Yes, I said that I don't think that I should, but I think I should. And I like this Paranormal Stuff Pack, like Dreamcatcher. It kind of is cute, but I think that that's a little bit not enough up here. Or maybe I should use this kind of decor from the Lovestruck pack. That's a lot. I'm not gonna deny that, but if I'm gonna stick it on this side, it's gonna look a little bit more cute. And then I can go for pink color. I hope my Sims will be able to walk around here. I will need to play test that so that we are sure. And I'm just trying to use the new pack because I still did not make a build with that, and I want to do that, but I kind of cannot find the perfect moment for that. So I think the bedroom must be done. I'm not gonna place any curtains out here because we don't have any neighbors, just rocks on this side, and we might have like a nice view on our backyard with the pool and stuff, so that should be good too. At least something to look forward to. And now let us go to the bathroom. And as for the bathroom, I think we are gonna go for simple. So I was thinking about these tiles from Spade. I just like these tiles, and I'm gonna use the same ones on the floor but in a little bit darker swatch. Luckily we have a choice. And when I was a child, I used to hate the one that line up those perfectly. I was preferring the one that layered like bricks, but now I hate the one that layered like bricks. Fun how we change our opinions actually. And maybe I'm gonna use this style because it looks a little bit more fun. Of course, it's not the same vibe at all, but that should be cute too. I think we might benefit from dividing like our shower area and our toilet and the sink area. And Spade has the door the same height as this one, so that's a little bit better even. And now for the bathroom. I think I'm gonna leave this tiny house sink because it's tiny. That's useful to fit everywhere. And I think I'm gonna scoot it off the toilet so that this area doesn't feel too busy. And for the toilet, I'm gonna switch the toilet to our tiny living toilet too. And yes, since I'm using tiny living, I might just get away with the toilet from the same pack, and I think I am. And maybe the mirror from the same pack too. Yep, this one it is with the white frame. And everything else for the toilet is actually clutter, so that shouldn't be a problem. Like we might get some toilet paper up here, maybe one more roll on the side in here, maybe some sort of like cute plants in the toilet too, that should be good. And maybe we will need a plunger, or it's like right in the way, but I'm imagining that it's hidden a little bit. As for the bathrobe, I think I'm gonna stick it up here next to the door so that like you exit the shower area and you grab the robe. That should be useful. And as for our sink area, I think we'll need a towel up here, tiny little one. I think some toothbrushes and some soap too. And know that I'm using kits again, and that is because I just find bathroom clutter kit a little bit more visually pleasing for myself than I do find base game stuff. On top up here, I'm gonna stick this rack with everything we need. And up here, I think above our toilet, I will need to stick some towels because we don't have any towels in the bathroom and we need some. And in the shower itself, literally the only thing we might need is some sort of like shelf with everything you might need in the shower, like that, like right beneath the shower heads and above these things. So that should be the bathroom done. Now for the living area. So I was thinking that for the living area we might actually get away with not having like a complete wall up here, but just having a room divider. So just something like that. We have that, it's not bothering anybody, and it kind of looks fine. As for the room itself, I'm just gonna, for now, color it white. Maybe I'll recolor it a little bit later, I'm not sure yet. But as for the kitchen, I think we should start with that. I'm gonna stop myself from using the Chef Hussle thing. I should pick by the counter this time. We are going for a lot of dream home decorator in this house, so I might use these counters in here. As for the trash can, I think I'm gonna use this trash can that we did get from the daily rewards. I'm gonna just stick it like right with the counter so that's matching. Up in this corner, I'm gonna stick my most favorite plant in the game. I'm gonna incise down twice. Some change, like I usually don't. Up here, I'm gonna stick some painting maybe a little bit later, and as for the upper cabinets, I will need to think if I want to place some or not. As for the kitchen appliances, I think I will go for the cool kitchen because I usually not use that. And I didn't want to use the cool kitchen upper cabinets because I find them a little bit silly, and that is because they have frosted glass in that. And I understand like having frosted glass maybe just like in one of the side pieces, but one of the side pieces, only one of them doesn't have frosted glass, so I'm not using Cool Kitchen. Don't even hope about that. But I might have some Dream Home Decorator just because I like this pack. And as we have medium wall height, it goes up nicely with us having like some sort of gap right by the roof and not having this weird clipping with the fridge. So that makes me happy. I think as for the top above our stove, I'm gonna use this growing together pack ventilation. And as for the sink for the kitchen, I think we can go with this beige cool kitchen one. And I remember that I usually put fruit bowls in my builds, and in here apparently I won't be able to do this I usually do. So I think I might stick a fruit bowl directly on the table. Just like that, so that we have that, so it looks cute, so that it looks fine. I think it does look fine. And I think that somewhere up here by our dining area, we might even get away with sticking one of these floral pieces, like literally the same one we already have got in our bedroom. But one thing twice is not always a bad thing, so why don't I do that? And I think that for the kitchen, I might like add some bottom light for our cabinets. I know that they look a little bit silly in the corners because it starts clipping with the ending counter out here, but I'm just gonna stick a column out there. So that's the kitchen now. The only thing we might need is some sort of backsplash, and for the backsplash, I think I might use even the same tile we've got in our bathroom. So that's the kitchen. And as for the kitchen area itself, I'm not sure that I want to stick out there like a different flooring. I just think that the same flooring in all of this area is going to be a little bit better. And this area I want to leave kind of empty, but I think I might stick some sort of like a shelf up here so that we have some decor, like the one from Eco Lifestyle, because that looks kind of simple, but that should do well. And now for the dining room, for the dining area, because it's not like a complete room. I was thinking about using this table from a Dream Home Decorator. I usually not use that because I don't like it all that much, to be honest, but that should go kind of well in our dining area. And I'm gonna use the same Dream Home Decorator chairs as I usually do. And I love using these ones, and I think I'm gonna bring them in the pink so that we kind of bring in some color with that. And I think we might even have some sort, or try to have some sort of like a statement light above our dining room. I think one like that should be cute. And it even has a pink swatch, so our dining room is kind of complete now. And as for this part, we have an empty spot. Perfect for a plant. So that we'll have a tiny plant in here. And now literally the only thing for the inside we have left is our living room. As for the living room, I think we are gonna have a Dream Home Decorator couch because I like that one. That kind of looks cute for the purpose of this house, I think. I might even tilt it somewhat like that so that it's kind of like a bit closer to our dining room. Then this way up here we will be able to stick an armchair from the same pack, of course, but just in different color. So that we have like mostly neutral white colored couch and a pink chair. In my head, our living room is kind of like more like a conversation spot. And I know it might bother some of you that the TV is like not rotated in the same way as our living room. And I can rotate it in the same way, but this way it's not going to be rotated in the same way as this panel, so I cannot be out here. And as for the coffee table, I was thinking about using this one, and I'm gonna make it tilted too. And for the carpet, I was thinking about using a Nook Kit ones, just like that, so that they are like kind of layered in here, and I'm not gonna color them anything else. Let them just be beige. Like, yes, on the beige floor, we are gonna have beige carpets. That's not very visible, but that's what we are gonna have. And this house is oddly shaped. I get that, and I see that. Maybe we can have our tiny light in here above our sitting area so that you can read. Maybe a plant right here, the one that can slightly go above the couch. And this way up here we might have a tiny little coffee table. Or maybe not so tiny. And it's not gonna be like a complete coffee table, I think it's just gonna be like tea table maybe, with this tiny living light. And I have a feeling as if it's like literally the first time of me going in The Sims 4 with like trying to not place too much of big lights, just placing a lot of dot lights everywhere. But that's just fun this way. And here I kind of try to make the same installation as I have in my bedroom. And now we need to make an entryway. As for the entryway, it's going to be kind of simple because, like, literally, Dream Home Decorator table, some sort of mirror above that, maybe this one, and just some decor like a coat rack up here, a shoe shelf up here. I know that these are cowboy shoes, but I don't care. And an umbrella stand. And maybe just up here I'm gonna stick a tiny mirror so that you can check yourself in the whole length of yourself. And up here I think we are gonna have a plant and a phone and a case. Like, we don't need all that much stuff in our entryway. Like, we are not keeping everything in there where it's easy to steal for some robbers. So we're not doing that. And I'm gonna make a little silly thing, and I'm not gonna stick like a big light in our entryway. We're just gonna have this small one that is a little bit silly on my side because we not have like all that bright lights in the entryway, but that still looks cute. And we might have one of these flowy rocks like right in our entryway. That's what we are gonna got there. And now as for the exterior, so the only thing I'm sure for now is that we are gonna use this Snowy Escape mailbox in here. Next thing I'm pretty sure about is using these plants like right here in the entryway too. And as for the lights, I was actually thinking about some of these like weird geometry lights from Get Together. They are in the game for a while now, but I think that they look kind of cute, especially at night. And now we have kind of like lighten up front way, so that's good. Now for the back, I think I'm gonna bring in here the same lights. Maybe I'm just gonna bring them up a little bit higher. And And as for the backyard, I think I'm gonna use this get-together table with these Paranormal Stuff Pack chairs. I think I'm gonna bring this tiny plant from Lovestruck up here on the table. Up here on the side, I might bring a plant from the set pack. And up on this side, I think I'm gonna stick a grill so that you can cook something for yourself and you can eat it right here. And I'm not gonna stick in here any kind of decor. I think that that's kind of enough already. And up on the outside, I think in this corner, I wanted to stick for us a bar. And I was thinking about this Putty Essentials bar because it's kind of like neutral looking and that should match with some of the counters in the game, I hope. Or I can just stick in here some random looking counter and I'm just gonna stick a sink so that you can like drink, you can wash it right away and it's not dirty in here. Also up here by the pool, I think we will need a couple of lounge chairs. But I think I might stick them like kind of in the way for your Sims so that they will have to walk around them. And up here by the pool, I think I will stick our pool ladder. Luckily, we can place one on the rotated pieces of the pool. And up in the bottom, I was thinking about sticking some of these strips. They are from the spa day, and I think that they are absolutely perfect to light up the pool at night. Because you see, it's not so dark anymore. I know that it looks a little bit silly, but I kind of still like the way it looks. I think we can even stick a couple of these palms from the Lovestruck pack, and I don't know that maybe they are not perfectly matching the style of the house in here, but I just like the way they look. And I also think that up here we might get away with the chess table. I don't think that I've ever seen this chess table, but now I kind of want to use that. But maybe not. Maybe it doesn't match the chairs at all. And now I think all I will need to do to go for is some little outdoors lighting, some tiny decor, some landscaping, and I think I'm gonna come back to you for a quick final tour. So now I think that this actually must be the build. So I've picked some on the dry side plants up for the exterior. As for the exterior, you can see that the main feature of this house is yes, it is like leaf shaped kinda, and it has like some modern parts to that. So now I think let us go to that. So as for the front, we have like a huge glass door, we have some wood panels, we have some plants everywhere around the house, some rocks in our entryway. Up here we have some plants standing waiting for us right next to the front door, some light so that it looks cute at night too. We have our wall mounted mailbox, so we are fancy in here. Now let's go inside. As for the inside, you enter like right into the entryway. Obviously, in here we can have a couple of mirrors so that you can check yourself before you leave the house. We have a drawer where you can keep stuff. We have some decor, and we have now some weird things going on. And that is like our slightly tilted living room where we have some area to sit. You can watch TV, read some books, and also listen to the music with this thing that is from the tiny living. Up here we have some decor, and right through the living room you kind of enter directly into our dining room. In the dining room we have just several sitting areas. We have pretty much nice, I would say, not dining room but like dining area. So in here we have just some sort of shelf which is like a decor, and from the dining area you can enter directly into the kitchen. And in the kitchen we have some upper cabinets, bottom storage, we have a fridge, a couple of lights up here, we have a stove, so literally everything you need to cook, and a money trash can, so that's good too. And also from here, like right from the entryway, you can enter our pink bedroom. In the bedroom, I really like the lighting in here because we have like tiny reading spots, we have our tiny like sleeping spot, and an entryway. Entryway has just boring white light. And also from the bedroom, you can enter this bathroom. The bathroom is kind of simple because it's tiny home. It's not actually a tiny home because it has more than 100 lots. So it's not a tiny house, but it looks tiny. So for me, it's tiny. In here, in our bathroom, we have all its necessities: toilet, sink, and shower. That's all you literally might need. So that would have been not a bad choice for a starter home, but I feel like for a second generational game, because we spent almost 50,000 simoleons for all of this house, so that's a lot. And from the kitchen, actually, we can access this patio. It's kind of dark out here, but in here on the patio, you can cook something, you can grill something, you can eat in here too because we have a dining table. And if you go down, we enter our backyard. In here we have a lounge area, and we have a rounded pool in here. Also we have a chess table, and from here to this side, if you go, you can enter like an outdoor kitchen. Here I decided to stick a pizza oven so that we have one, so that looks cute. And that's actually it for the whole house. So the main feature, as I have said, is that this house is leaf shaped, but also I think it's kind of fun that this house is nicely laid out because we managed to fit literally everything in there. And we have some like various landscaping in this house, so that looks cute. I think that it looks quite cute from all of the angles. And if you want some privacy, you can just add the curtains everywhere because it shouldn't be a problem. So that must be it. I'm gonna stick this house on the gallery. So this house is on the gallery. I called it a leaf-shaped house, as it is. And you can download that. I did post it under my hashtag gloverunt, which is just like my YouTube name. And yeah, I just wanted a challenge. So now we have a cute house for you and for your Sims to live in. If you want to, of course, I'm not insisting. So now I think it should be. Thank you all for watching. And if you like videos like that, you might subscribe to my channel. All of the info about this house is down in the descriptions. And I think that now it must be goodbye. So bye guys.